This is the Football Show. Now Chelsea took advantage of slip-ups from their rivals to move within 2 points of Premier League leaders. Liverpool beating Brentford 2-1. Chelsea go top by the time Liverpool next play if they win at Everton on Sunday.
We are not ready to compete for the title. One of the reasons why is because I think that team that they know how to compete to win title, they are not going to concede the goal that we concede. We concede the goal 90 minutes, throwing for us, we concede a goal. A team that they know how to win title, that goal they are not going to concede. So this is one of the reasons why I still continue to say that we are not ready for titles.
Not ready for titles. However, Chelsea 2 points off the leaders Liverpool, though Liverpool have played a game more. But you could see what it meant to Enzo Maresca at the end there by the way he celebrated, and the players at full-time, apart from Marc Cucurella, got an early Christmas card. Does that suggest, despite what the manager says, that they secretly know they're in a title race?
Well, I think Enzo Maresca's probably doing the same thing as we said about Pep Guardiola, trying to take that pressure off the players by, if he comes out and says, yeah, do you know what, we are in a title race. I think we all know, because of the position that they're in, they are, the form that they're in. And you could see, because that was a tough game against Brentford. Brentford made it difficult for them, difficult to break down. They obviously got the goal just before half-time. But then it was a case of Brentford had opportunities, some brilliant saves from Sanchez, and then they got that second goal. And I thought brilliant from Jackson, because he obviously missed a couple of opportunities. One of them was a big chance that he should have put away. He then got that chance to make it 2-0, and you know, it was a good, calm finish from him. Didn't let those misses affect him. So yeah, I think it's again another really good result for Chelsea because of Arsenal and Liverpool both dropping points.
Yeah, Marc Cucurella, Nicolas Jackson with the goals. This time last year, I remember they're both targeted for criticism. So how impressive is it that they've been able to turn that around? And what does it say about their characters?
I think, talking about Cucurella first, I think he's been magnificent this season. I think defensively in 1v1 situations, I think he looks fitter, stronger. I think his build-up play is exceptional at times, and the way that he's almost sort of become a leader within the Chelsea team without perhaps meaning to be. But I think he's naturally took on that role. I think he's just grown in stature. I think it just shows you in football how if you get the right coach, the right manager, the right system, then things can fall into place for you. I think his understanding of what Maresca's asking him to do shows how tactically he understands the game, and he's able to put that into play on the pitch. I think Nicolas Jackson was raw last season. I think there was an element where we knew that he was a good player, but could he put it all together? I think he's almost enjoyed that pressure of people writing him off, and he's proven to people now that he's a good player. I think the chance he misses, I think, is just something where it's almost too easy, and he takes his concentration level drops. But again, I think he'll learn from that. I think he's learned so much this season. Still probably gets caught offside a little bit too much, but as a defender, that's quite a concern at times when you've got someone who's not afraid to play on the shoulder, constantly knowing that maybe if he gets 1 out of the 3 or 4, then he'll put that opportunity away. So a lot of credit goes to them two players. They've done exceptionally well.
Yeah, because as well as that one from 6 yards out that he bizarrely blazed over, there was another one where he kind of fell over his feet. Yeah. In the area as well, which was kind of a little bit bizarre. But that's half empty. Let's look at last half full. 23 goals in 50 Premier League appearances for him. That's 3 more than Didier Drogba had at that stage. He had those few missed chances. That must have been frustrating. But I guess everyone who was there knew how important that winning goal is. Does he need to convert more of those big moments to be considered in the same bracket as Drogba? Because when the chips were down, Drogba would always score.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see that he's improving. I think that's all we can say, because it wasn't that long ago that we were saying Jackson could potentially leave Chelsea. They could be bringing in somebody else. Whereas at the moment we're saying, well, he's performing at a very good level and we're going to see even more from him. So, yeah, I didn't like the fact that he missed the opportunities, but I like the fact that he then got this opportunity and he was clinical because he had options in that. I think Cole Palmer was to one side of him. But it was a real good, calm finish. But that's what he'll reflect on that, and he'll go, well, those two I should have scored. What could I have done better there? But I think, again, it just goes down to having a good manager that is clearly developing players, because this season we've seen improvements in how many different players have we said, well, he's improved this season, he's improved this season. And Nicolas Jackson's just one of those.
I think the interesting thing with Jackson is that if you were to look at the two best goal scorers in the last year or so, which is Salah and Haaland, they miss big opportunities. The conversion rate isn't that every single time they go through, they score a goal. So I think we are very critical of certain people at times. And Nicolas Jackson's certainly one that the media have been very critical of. Let's not forget his age. He's still got time to mature and grow. And you look at Mohamed Salah, he's missed a lot of opportunities and he still does. You think of that chance he missed against Man City where he goes through one-on-one, left-footed, and everyone goes, oh, he'll score, and he puts it over the bar. And everyone goes, yeah, but it's Mohamed Salah who'll score the next one. Yeah. Well, Jackson will get that. He should be getting that as well now, because he is scoring the next one, and that's the difference. So I'm with Sue. I like the fact that it's not affecting him now. That's the issue, is if it starts to affect you and you start punching the floor and you start to get irate with yourself and you're getting really frustrated, then you know there's an issue. When you sort of laugh it off, you think, I don't mind that. It looks like from the outside people are going, no, he doesn't care. He does care, but it's a different mentality that you've got in your head.
Yeah, I think that is the word instinctive. His instinctive finishes tend to be far better. Yeah. So he tends to make the more difficult finishes look good, whereas the easy finishes
the same problem at the other end of the
look
pitch.
bad. Yeah, and there is the link, because a lot of pundits in the game have suggested Chelsea is still missing a top goalkeeper, can't win the title with Robert Sanchez in goal. There was an audible intake of breath at Stamford Bridge when he's got the ball at his feet, Robert Sanchez. But he does make these most incredible saves in a game. Yeah. And that's what you want from a goalkeeper, isn't it? I don't know. But is that still a weak link for Chelsea, and perhaps why they will not win the title?
Again, I've probably sat here and said he's the weak link. But then he puts in a performance like that and you go, well, why can't he improve? Why can't he get better with his feet? He can. So is that what Maresca's seeing him and saying, no, he is getting better, his decision-making's getting better, he's coming in after every single game, he's evaluating what he's doing better, he's making those errors probably maybe every 80 minutes, where he might be making them every 40 minutes, it might be every 120 minutes, whatever it might be. But if Maresca sees improvement, he might be saying, I'm absolutely fine with him, because I know, as we saw in the game, when big moments are needed and you need a top save, he is more than capable of making it. Now it's just about his decision-making in games, the smaller things, the smaller details, when to play out from the back, when not to take too many touches. And that can come as well. Why can't it come? And Maresca's improved so many players, so I think we've got to give him the opportunity. If they don't sign a goalkeeper in January, you will see an improvement from the end, from now until the end of the season in him, in his decision making as well.
Got to talk about Brentford. Their struggles on the road continue. In fact, I mean, they're joint bottom on points. If it wasn't for that fifth that Southampton conceded against Tottenham, they'd be joint bottom on goal difference as well in the away table. And this sort of anomaly between home and away. But Thomas Frank, he was upbeat post-match despite that defeat. And can you see why?
Yeah, I think it's bizarre, isn't it, the contrast between the home form and the away form, because we praise them how good they are at home, how entertaining they are, how they commit men forward and score lots of opportunities, do leave themselves open at the back. But the fact that they're winning games and they're so confident at home, why can they not replicate that away from home? But I thought yesterday, they performed well for large parts of the game. They made it difficult for Chelsea at 1-0. They had a couple of opportunities, didn't they, where Sanchez made some good saves. I think they hit the bar as well. So I think he'll probably be more pleased with that performance. Yes, they haven't got the result, but that'll be something he'll be looking at. Why are we so good at home? Why can we not replicate that away from home as much?